Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm an 11th grader in Girl Scouts working on my Gold Award, an 80-hour community service project. I wanted to combine this project with my love for art by creating the Free Art Museum, a display show where people can give and take art. And I wanted it so people could use it as a way to learn about each other, and we can build a community around people who also love doing art by leaving little notes on the art pieces so we can learn about each other. And I also wanted to support the Free Art Museum by creating these YouTube videos and make art easy to understand for all ages. I hope that after watching these videos, you can grow to enjoy doing art as much as I do. I hope you consider donating to the Free Art Museum. Thank you, and enjoy the videos. Hello everyone! So today I'm going to be teaching how to make this St. Patrick themed watercolor piece. And for this drawing, you're going to need a paintbrush, a paper towel, your watercolor palette full of paint, and some crayons, red, orange, yellow, 2 greens, blue, purple, black, white, and this is optional, but something to outline your cloud with. And also some masking tape. We're going to start off by grabbing the blue tape and taping it to the edges of our paper. This will allow it so our paper doesn't bend as the water and can stay in one place, and will also give a nice border after you complete your watercolor piece. And so you're just going to continue to do that on all 4 sides. And I'm making mine even so the edges around it are very nice and even. Right, so next we're going to get our black. We're going to start with the pot of gold. And we're just going to draw a circle, a large circle on the right part of our page. It should look something like this. And then we're going to color it in. And make sure you do it nice and dark. And this will allow it so the water can't seep through in. And so once you finish coloring in, we're going to go to the edges of the circle, and you're going to do 2 lines that's sticking outward. This is going to be kind of the lip of the pot, and then you're going to connect them like this. And then once you have that, you're going to start coloring them in. And now I'm going to go to the bottom of the pot and make it slightly flatter. So it should look something like this. And now we're going to start doing our rainbow. So I'm going to start with red and go from one side of the page to the other in an arc shape like this. And then I'm going to go over it a few times to make it a little bit darker. And then I'm going to continue this step with the remaining colors of the rainbow. So once we have that, I'm going to outline the outside of my cloud so I can get an idea of what I need to color in, but this is optional. But it will make it a lot easier to color in your cloud. So once I have my outline, I'm going to grab my white crayon, and then I'm going to color on the inside of the cloud. This will make it so no water can get into the cloud, and you'll have a nice white cloud once you finish. And now I'm going to get my other green and I'm going to start doing the hill. So I'm going to also make that arc shape. I'm going to start with one going on the end of the pot of gold and connect it to the bottom of the page and do the same thing on the other side. And then once you have that, you're going to color in the hill. And so now we're going to start the watercolor part. I have my palette right here with all the different colors. I'm going to start off by getting some water. And then I'm just going to apply a light coat of it on my whole page. So what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing some water and I'm spreading it so it's covering my whole page, but I'm making it so there's not a big glob of it. And then I'm going to get the colors that I would like to use. I'm using blue, purple, and yellow, and I'm just dabbling it on the page. I'm also getting some purple, and I'm doing the same thing with that. So now I'm going in and adding some yellow around the cloud. But when you're doing this, feel free to use any colors that you would like, or you can just follow along with the colors that I'm using. Right now I'm getting some dark blue and adding it to the bottom of my page. And now I'm going back in to add more blue just to make it more colorful. After I finish and let it dry, and then I'm going to go back and do a second layer of watercolor to get a darker color. You might want to wait around maybe 5 minutes for it to dry. Something else you could do is go in with a more stronger pigment, so you only have to do one coat of watercolor. And now I'm going to let it dry. Okay, so now that it's dry, you can see that the color has faded a lot. So now I'm going to go back in and re-add some color. I'm starting off with some orange and I'm just dabbling it in the same places I added earlier, except spreading it more downward. And I'm reapplying my blue now and doing the same thing. And now I'm adding some blue on the light side and continuing to dabble it in just to give it more color. And now I'm getting some purple and doing the same thing. Now I'm just going in with some finishing touches of blue. At this moment I added too much light blue, so if you would like to remove color, you can just wet the spot, grab a paper towel and dabble it in, as I'm doing right now. And that should remove the color and allow you to go back in and add your desired color. So now that when you finish painting, you just have to let it dry for a little bit, maybe around 5 minutes, and then come back to it and we can start removing the tape. Alright, so now that it's dry, we can start removing the tape. You're going to go from the edges and slowly pull it away, so it's pulling away from you. And you want to be really careful so you don't rip the watercolor paper. And so you can just see that I'm pulling away. On this area, I pulled too hard, and as you can see, I ripped my paper. And so if you rip your paper, you can just go from the other way to prevent any more tearing. And if you do rip your paper, it's okay. You can just add some water over it. So that's going to be it for our watercolor piece. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye-bye.